Hi, I'm Stephanie, the creative girl behind the designs. Welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, thanks for stopping by. And if you haven't already done so, I would truly appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification alerts so that you know when I post my next video. So if you caught my last video, I had done a currently page in my catch-all Franken planner, business planner, and I loved that beach pole so much that I decided to create it for my creative journal because I had an idea for the currently page. So that's what today's video is going to be about. And I did do a little bit of pre-work, but the bulk of it's still there. So let's get started. So when I was doing the last video, I had decided to create a new page. So I had gotten this idea when I was doing the other currently page, and I decided to get creative this time because I had just decided I wanted to do some kind of beach ball thing or theme or some sort. So I did the new poll on one of the shorts on YouTube. You can catch that. And then I did pre-draw out and highlight the beach ball. Now, some of my beach balls aren't very well lined up, but that's okay. So I'm going to just go ahead and take this page out, move my planner aside, and just jump in. So I grabbed some colors. I have a mixture of both mild liners and some Tombow markers. And I'm not sure yet if I want to do like a more dense color or more of a highlighted color. So I have those. That's going to be on the beach balls. Now, the whole design point of the beach balls is I originally was going to do a circle and then have a circle cutout of a picture. So as you know, most of the time in my creative journal, I do my top 3 photos or memories of that month. So I pre-cut out just some paper circles. It was a punch, and I was originally going to do something like this, you know, but then I felt like the color of the beach ball would kind of get lost. So I just decided that I would do the beach ball, I would do it in color, and then I would maybe just kind of put these pictures off to the side like that. And then over here, I will also be doing a few things. But let me get started on the coloring because that may take a while. Since I hadn't quite decided if I wanted to do a pastel-y. So for example, if I wanted to keep with this color of the summer, I probably would go with this pen here, the Tombow 993. But that would make all the other colors more dense. So, you know, I may do a mixture of the two, like maybe I would do this one in the middle. So again, I don't have an exact plan, but let's just jump in because I do want to tie in this color from the word summer. So I think I'm just going to take this one and I'm going to go to the middle one. That'll probably make it the easiest. So I am going to get the most color here. And I just had so much fun with that idea. I just couldn't pass it up. Again, there's Father's Day and, you know, other things happening during the month of June. But typically I see the month of June as, you know, that's really the start of summer. Of course, the first day of summer is in June as well. So, you know, I kind of really like the fact that you can highlight the month, you know, kind of beachy, and you know, there's so many different ways to do June that it was a hard decision. But I think this is the route I really like because I do like the idea of doing a beach theme, which was my idea originally. So as you can tell, this really matches with this font. It is a sticker. It came from the same sticker pack as, or I should say sticker sheet, as the one I used in the last video. And so see, that's cute. Okay, so let's go to the back one. I think I have an even number, I hope. I hope I didn't miscount that. So I'm going to do the opposite side in the back. I think that's typically how the beach balls are colored in. And you may hear, it's going to be a nice day, and of course everyone is out, so you may hear the neighbors mowing their lawn. Let's see, so there was yellow, or it's almost like an orange color. It's a very dense golden orangey yellow. I don't know how you'd call it. So I think to mix with this color, I'm gonna go a little different. I don't ever really see too many lavender colored beach balls, but let me grab lavender. That is 620, and I'm gonna use that on the same beach ball. So let's go to the next biggest color. I think this is gonna be a very interesting color beach ball because it is definitely going to be colorful. Again, I've never seen a lavender color in a beach ball. Maybe I just haven't found the right beach ball, but this is gonna look nice. And I think I'll probably mix it with the green just to keep it not so pastel, let's say. The other thing I notice is I'm working on this with the Happy Planner paper. It seems like the color from the Tombow is pretty dense because it looks like it grabs the paper in a certain way. So, you know, just be aware of that if you, you know, decide to do something similar like that. So this is, oh good, I did get the correct number of slots. So yeah, it definitely is, or maybe because I erased, I had done some images and you know, didn't quite look the way I wanted, but maybe that's why it's doing it. So let's see, we have our orange and then the lavender, and let's do mint. It's sort of a mint green. And this might help to balance it off pretty nicely. So let's get this little area here. So doing the beach ball is kind of awkward because you have to make this big swoop down the side. Yeah, it definitely grabs the paper. I don't remember having that happen before, but maybe that's, again, maybe that's just because I had erased the paper. It's like it, you know how if you get paper wet, that's kind of what it looks like it's doing. And I realize these can be, you know, watercolor. So maybe that's it. So to that point, you probably don't want to over color an area because again, it's going to pick that up. So, and I like those colors. Those turned out nice. All right, so let's get this side done and then I'll move on. I think the other two I will do the highlighter on. And then that way I've covered all of the colors that I wanted to. And then I've got two that are the same and one that kind of pairs with that. I do like balance in my pages if I can make it happen. And what I really love too about the finer, longer tips is that as you're working with them, if you know, angle your wrist down a little bit more, you can get a wider tip. And then if you angle up, you can get a finer tip. So that's really nice. All right, so there's one. And I think I'm gonna use the mild liner yellow to just kind of fill in this circle at the top here. It doesn't actually have to be a color. It could have been, you know, left white. But I think that works out really great. Okay, so let me move these out of the way. And then I have, so for these, I sort of have the same colors, except I have pink and teal this time. This is more of a neon orange. Let's see. I wanted to do something different with that, you know, bringing in the teal. I have, so some of them are going to be the same. I have a light blue. Maybe instead of the lavender. Well, for sure we're going to do pink. So let me go ahead and pull in pink. we'll make pink this color here, or this edge here, because that's not as big a color, but it's still big enough. Same thing with these. If you know, bend your wrist downwards, you're going to get a wider tip on that. And what is not relaxing about color or coloring? I used to love coloring. It's probably why I like doing this now. I don't want, the thing about mild liners, if you go over a spot too much, and it kind of happens with the Tombow, it just darkens up a bit. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't have to go over a spot too often. And that usually happens like down at these curves. So there's pink. Let's see, we gotta do the back side, which would be this one, right? I mean, I could do a ball in yellow, but I didn't really want to do, I'm going to do the larger area in this teal color. Maybe I'll mix a third set of colors in for the bottom. That could be fun. Then you can have 3 different, I mean, I originally thought of primary colors, but I just felt like that might be too dark. I mean, red, blue, and, you know, your green. But that just felt like it'd be too dense. And then I have a few other things I'm going to bring in, like I usually do for the sidebar. I'm going to cover these dots just because I'm not going to use them in the way in which they're titled, so I don't see the point in keeping them. So I think at this point, I'm happy that our holiday weekend's coming. I'm a little bit ahead of schedule. I'll cross my fingers I keep that way. This video you will be seeing tomorrow. And I think you're going to, if you get into doing this, please drop a comment with the photo of your page that you did. I'd love to see how it turned out. Like what colors you used. And so see, this is a more dense color. I like that. So I can go blue. I don't really have a blue, so let's just do blue. And then I'll do yellow on the dot again. So let's go here. So I have, I feel like I'm ahead right now for today. Today is Friday, by the way. You'll be seeing this tomorrow on Saturday. And I've done, you know, I've caught up a few things and I'm feeling good about how I'm going into the weekend. I'm hoping I'll be able to actually relax. Although I do think, which, you know, that's relaxing. When the weekends come is when I try and actually do any type of creative work I want to get done. I have a lot of journal pages I want to catch up on. And a few other crafty things. And so I'm crossing my fingers that all goes well and I'm able to do that. All right, so this is turning out cute. Yeah, when I originally thought of putting the circle picture in the middle, I mean, it was a great idea, but then I felt like it would just cover up the beach ball too much. And I didn't really want to do that, so. And so you can see that. So if I were to do it originally, and the circles were bigger, so I had to erase it. But if I did that, then it would just not look right. So I think by putting these off to the side, and maybe, you know, touching the beach ball or, you know, something like that, I think will end up working out great. And then it'll still be my top 3. So this one, I can go in all other colors. Let's see, what if we did, so this one's a bright color. I have my little tester over here. This is this color here. I mean, that is a bright color. There's green. I'm just trying to think of colors. I mean, I know this one's a green, but it's a different green because it's a Tombow. Those are, let's do 3 different colors. I think I want to try that. Just because I don't usually bring in too many colors. So I think this will be fun. So I'll save that aside. And then this is going to be a very dark color. So, although I have an orange here, let me just check I have a red. Red. What if we did red, blue, green? Those are reminiscent, right? Those are the typical colors. And it won't be so red. Let's see. Do I want to do, I did green. So green is the light, I mean, it's teal, but teal and orange. Blue hasn't, again, it's questionable. We'll do this, I guess, is the prominent color. There is one part of the ball that's bigger than the rest. So I think I'm going to do that in the red, which is going to be a very large concentration of color. But it'll be fun, 3 different colors. I'm looking forward to being able to, at the end of the month when I choose my photos and putting them in there. You know, in June you do a lot of, well, we'll, you know, go maybe to the beach and, you know, you go hiking or, you know, little adventures around locally. So I'll have lots of things to choose from. I actually went over I colored outside of the line. I remember being a child and, you know, I was coloring and I never wanted to go outside of the lines. It always bothered me when I did that. I got over it a little bit. I mean, it still kind of bugs me sometimes, but not like it did when I was younger. I guess that was just one of my little quirks. Okay, then we're going to do this one. And let's see. So the next one, I think the next largest one I want to do is let's do green to this one, and then we'll do blue. I think at some point I'm probably going to have to get these markers replaced or highlighters because I use them so much. These are the one things I use on a daily basis for even creative projects. Planning, decorative planning, creative planning, you know, my creative journal, journal pages. They're just so versatile. I love them. Hopefully this ball doesn't look too Christmassy. I like Christmas, but I don't know if I like them in a beach ball. I guess unless you're sitting on a cozy beach, right? Let's see, we'll do this one. And then I'll add in a few other elements. And then that will just be a quick summer happy planner summer currently page in my creative journal. Easy peasy. That's how I like it right now. Simple and easy. Keep it simple. Which was really when I did my video, the last video, I was doing like 2, 4, 6 pages really. And it was a bit of a long video and I did cut out parts, but I just wanted to keep it simple. I wasn't intending to use weeks in the June time frame. And so I just kept it simple and took them out. And that's the nice thing about the Happy Planner is that I can just take out whatever I'm not going to use. I could cover it up, take it out. It doesn't bulk up my planner. So it really is super, super versatile, which is probably why I keep going back to it time and time again. I try and get away. I try new things, but I always come back to Happy Planner. So let's get this one done, and then our beach balls are done. I may even throw in, I'd have to do it after I do the pictures so that I don't take up any picture space, but I think what I'll be doing is throwing in some seashell stampings, but I will need to wait on that. I'm sure one of the memories that I'll be putting up here is a trip to the beach. Okay. yeah, I liked it. They're 3 different colors. Because, you know, that's the nice thing about summer. You can't go wrong. You can mix and match all the colors, and all the colors work for summer. I don't know why that is, but that's just the way it works out. So that is my beach balls, which I'm loving. And then my photos will go in there at the end of the month when I choose which 3 I want to get in there. And then I'll do some stamping. For now, what I'm going to do is I had these little stickers. I got them from, I think it was like one of those dollar bins at Michael's. And I'm going to use them to put over these, and I think I'm probably going to pull in the orange just because. Let's do this. So here's orange, but you know, the pink and orange look even better. It doesn't compete, so we'll do that. And I think I'm going to use the open circle one only because I don't know if that's going to show through. I don't think it will. I'm hoping it won't because I'm going to put it down. It does show through a little bit. Let's see, does it come off easily? It sure does. All right, let me just cover those. Only because I don't want them to, I'm going to actually have to use a different size. This is an 05 size because I use these gel pens so much that I've run out and I need to go pick up some more. So I'm just gonna try and, even 5's not working. No. Let me see if I have anything left in my 8. Maybe I have just enough to get me by. I mean, it's one of those things where I never know because I think the color coats the inside of the pen. So it's really hard to tell when it's empty until you go to use it and then you realize, oops, it's empty. So this will help to cover some of it. I am going to put something in the middle of these circles. So I'm not overly worried if it's not completely covered. It's fine if it isn't. So let's see. Oh, and then I have a sticker for over here too. So I am still in search of my perfect setup for filming because I had to adjust my setup today for the reel or the short that I did, and then I had to put it back. So now I'm back with, you know, I'm not sure if I'm in frame or not. So I am still working on that. And so while that dries, and I'm going to put these back on here so that I can use my fingers. Okay, so let that sit there while that dries. I am going to bring over, so these were the other stickers that came out, the summer came out of this sticker sheet, and the sheet was from Stickabilities Paper Studio, and I wanted to use memories, and I was thinking of putting them right down the side here. I'm hoping, because I know I'm not going to put a circle over here, so I should be okay to get this in on the side. I think I can squeeze it in there. So I think I'm going to have to go this way. Go from the side. Because I want to go up as far as I can without hitting the disc area. Oops. So I'm going to put this, I think, here, and I'm hoping it's straight. It is touching the beach ball a bit, but that's okay. I'm just gonna lift it a smidge. I think that looks straight enough. Okay, so my stickers, my little circles, let me pull those back over. And let's see. One is going to go here. And these I'm not going to cut off only because it does have the color right to the edge. So I kind of want to keep that in frame. So I'm going to leave those there. And then the last thing I'm going to do, let me find my pen over here. Get my markers out of the way. is, excuse me. So I have my 3, oh, you know what? I'm going to add something to this that I didn't do before. I'm going to pull back out my Micron 01 brown pen, and I'm going to create, this wasn't what I was set to do, but before I wrote on it, I decided I wanted to do this. So since I outlined it in the Micron, I'm just going to take the Micron and just gently and organically just create some lines like it's just a piece of wood. All right, I tried to make that last one not so straight. So give that a second. So what I was gonna do, I've done different like things for these boxes for each of the months. And so I don't exactly know how I'm gonna use these. So I'm gonna just put on these 3 signs, just some kind of beachy sayings. So this one, since it was the biggest, I was going to do, I'm going to put this down here. The Micron does dry, but because I'm wearing a lighter color, I don't want it to get on my sleeve. So for this one, all right, it looks a little more realistic now with the lines, now that I've actually written on it. So I can put this away. And down here, I knew what I was going to put because these 2 are the largest ones. For sure, I knew what I was going to put here. It was beach or bust. Okay, perfect. I love how that came out. So now in my Currently Plan, or my creative journal, not my Currently Planner, but my creative journal for my Currently Planner, I am now all set up for June, and I will get my pictures in there when that time comes. But for now, I really love how it turned out. And it kind of just gives me a glimpse into what summer will be for the month of June, and just kind of gives some inspiration and vibes for what's to come in the coming months. So I hope I have inspired you to do something creative today and every day, and that you create a beautiful life, one plan at a time. Thank you for watching.